Let's have a look at what the Event Master app can do for you. We're coming from a situation where we have a small media and podcast event company, and we've developed this app in order to provide us with control in our pocket, something which we're able to take with us wherever we are, whichever event we're going to. Firstly, when we're still at the office, to do a checklist of everything that we need depending on the location that we're going to, and then to, at the location itself, to know what to do, where to go, learn what security is in place, where can we lock stuff up overnight, etc. And so we know the environment which we're going to in order to do the work. We know the equipment we need to take with us. We know the equipment that we have available in store at the moment. And you'll see that there we can also indicate how we're costing it for the use of our own equipment for the day, or how we have to cost for hiring the equipment by the hour, or how we might be charging by the hour for that piece of equipment if we rent out just a piece of equipment. And then we are able to track the tasks for our team members. So we're able to know what's coming up, where we have to be, when we have to be there, what we're going to find when we get there, what we need to take with us, etc. So let me just walk you through this. What you need to remember about Glide apps is, although you get the mobile phone view of things here, you also have the app working on your desktop computer as well. So you are able to sit at the office and update what's going on here, and you are also able to put it in your pocket and hit the road. So let's have a look. Well, here we have our schedule. What's coming up? What events have we got coming up? So if I know that there's an event coming up, which is some company's annual picnic, I can go have a look at this event. I can see at a glance that it is at Central Park, that I can see the date it's taking place. I can see the time. I can see any particular notes that I've made about being there before in spring. And you've got the humidity of Central Park in New York, etc. Don't forget the bug spray. We know that at that time of year, the weather can be quite pleasant, actually. And of course, who's the producer that we're going to have on site, or that we're planning to have on site, for example. So you can have that much information about an upcoming event. Now you can, if there's the plus sign at the top right, you can just hit the plus sign and you can enter the details of a new event that is coming up. So you can put in the key information here as well. So that's how the schedule works. In Glide apps, you also have direct access to the data table. So in here, you'll see that I have these number of events, but I've got the name field, the date field, location, event notes, expected weather, producer, and image, funnily enough. Now, if you're using the fully integrated version that you would subscribe to with Glide, then you're able to keep your tables dynamic in Google Sheets, or also now with Excel, so that you have a live integration. So you could have another system where you are updating a database of a spreadsheet that then syncs up with your app. In this case, I just have the table in the app itself. And as I say, because you can update this on your desktop, well, then if you are not a large organization, then why make it difficult and have to have another spreadsheet somewhere if you can just maintain your information in your app? So that's how the schedule works. If I look at the equipment list that you can have, well, in my stock, if I were a larger organization, I have 50 microphones, which are just Shure microphones that go on a stand. I've got microphones which are the Rode microphone that need to be on a boom. it's a slight description of them. But when I want more information on any of these pieces of equipment, as with the last time, if I click on the item, it goes down to show me that it's this kind of mic. There are 2 available in my store, actually. This one is used for high quality filming outside, etc. So you can get the picture. If you're in the media business and the event business, you know exactly what I'm talking about here. Once again, you can maintain this information. You can see it on your desktop if you took that view. And you also have direct access to the data so that you can keep this inventory list of quantity available up to date. And you can therefore update your cost per use. You can update the cost per hour to hire it from somebody, or you might have another column and another field for what it would cost if you hired out just that piece of equipment to a client. And you can add columns here as you will. If you are the administrator of your own app, you can just hit the plus key and you have added a column over here, and we're going to discard anything, so it's gone. Right, and you can just add in your images over here. So when people are coming in your team to take something out of the store, they have at their fingertips, even if they're at a site and they know I'm going to go back to the office and I need to pick something up, they know what size of vehicle they need to take with them, or how much storage space they need for this. So that's our equipment function. Tasks is, as you would expect, a task list. I've got to plan the client meeting by the 29th of May. Quite simple, and you can have the status, which you can update. So here we have that information. You do see, as you're looking along, the information on the right that an administrator of a Glide app can be updating and setting to change what fields you're seeing on the screen. If I change to say, well, I want to see it, this isn't so sexy, it doesn't have the photos showing. Maybe I should really find a nice photo version of this. But let's have a look. We've got tasks, we've got the database again that you can sort as you will. And then we've got the location information. So what do I know about the Mount Nelson Hotel at 101 Year Street? Well, I click on my hotel, I'm going to this event, I want to know what's going on, and I can have all of this information at my fingertips. Whether I'm the producer planning at the office or I'm on the road and I need to know, where am I going, what's there, who am I contacting, who's the venue manager, who's the security manager, what kind of security arrangements are there, any special notes. Well, the equipment was fiddled with the last time that we were there. And then a couple of images of the actual environment that we're going to, that we know what it can look like and the different configurations of the space. So again, that's a lot of information. So back at the office, it's also really nifty to be able to see that on your desktop version of the application. It's all one version. It's just actually this whole Glide approach to no code really gives you that kind of flexibility. So then what do we need if we are going to have a certain type of event? What are we going to do? So I'm showing you this sexy view of all the pictures here, but podcast in a studio, what equipment do I need? Well, I need one video camera, one still camera, etc. Speaker stands, microphones, cables, headphones, special notes. Oh, last time the cable was missing. Let's fix that. We go back, we see the better view for this kind of information. Right, I'm going to do a podcast outdoors in a quiet, controlled area. Well, I haven't populated my data for that. You'll see in my data table. So what we need to do is go and give you a better example. What about a podcast? There we go. That's indoors, but it's not in a studio. Well, then I need 2 cameras because I'm not in control of the whole environment. But video cameras, I only need one still camera. I need speakers. I can indicate the wattage that I want there. How many stands do I need? Microphones, etc. So it's really helpful. I've got to pack my kit bag. and I have to hit the shelf. So yeah, I go off, have a look at, this is what I need. I can have a look at my actual equipment availability and go back to my planning. So a festival, well, there's no point taking speakers. I'm outdoors in nature. I need extra cameras. I need lavalier microphones. I need boom mics, actually. I need reflectors, not lights. I need to just have those silver that look like dashboard protectors. But again, you'll see my point. So you have that full feature there. And then if you go to the menu, very quickly, we then have a list of our suppliers. Let me make it just more practical. I've got this freelancer. I don't want it to say he's a freelancer. I want it to be Frederico and Marta. And I want to actually have their company name there, which is much better. Frederico is a freelance cameraman, and that's where he hangs out. Frederico, I've got his details. He's done a reel for me in Cape Town. Got to change this field. We pay him on time, because these are our suppliers. If I go away from Frederico and I go to my clients, then I've got Joe the hunk over there, and he's a freelancer, and his location is Cape Town, etc. I've got Jane, I could say Hotels Inc. In particular for this one, who's in Marbella, and what we did for her is we filmed an after party, etc. So you can add the fields that you need on these screens, and if they're not in your drop-down already, you add them to your data list. All very nifty and smart. And then you have your team details. So you've got me as the chief executive. You have my son, who really is the managing director of Kaya Creative Productions, or otherwise known as You Are, based in Cape Town. And then we've got James's details, but I don't have much about James there. But about Brad, I might have his email address, and I might have my details as well. And so it goes. So let's go back to our schedule of work. I think that's everything for you. Any of these features, you've got the plus sign at the top. You can add those people. While I'm out, I meet a new opportunity, somebody who might be a client. So let me put his details into the app, and I'm at the site, but then I can, just tell Brad, ping him on the phone and say, hey, have a look, there's a lead. Why don't you already start kicking off some sales process with that person? So I hope you will see the value of this Event Master app, which has been created in a professional environment for professionals. And if you're a company of 10 or 20 people, then subscribing to the Glide app itself, from which we make no money, then that would be a fantastic solution for you.